Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. So about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, man. And in this video, I want to react and respond to my man AOH, his latest video that I was just watching this morning. He did this video about LeBron James and, you know, some of the antics that we see. And you know what I realized watching the video is how dirty of a LeBron James is of a basketball player. LeBron James is a dirty basketball player, man. And when I tell you guys LeBron James is a dirtbag, these are the kinds of things I'm talking about. He's a dirtbag on the court. He's a dirtbag the way he interacts with the common folks, the way he interacts with the referees, the way he interacts with his other teammates, the way he interacts with coaches. He's a complete dirtbag, LeBron James, man. He thinks he's above everybody, man. But I'm watching this video, and it just blew my mind. Some of the things I forgot about that LeBron James does on the court, the way he throws his elbows around, he swings his hands around, the way he sets screens. And in the video that AOH put out there, it was a scene or a clip of the game with the Memphis Grizzlies the other night, and LeBron James just blatantly running over Scottie Pippen Jr., and they called a foul on Scottie Pippen Jr. for basically standing in the way of LeBron James, man. And LeBron James is barreling into him, man. And this is what LeBron James does. And he's a dirty basketball player, man. And he's a bully out there, LeBron James. And we're going to talk about this video, guys. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled, man. Much respect to all you guys out there. It's truly humbling. Shout out to everybody in the membership. Thank you very much, guys, for real, man. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, shout out to my man AOH again, man. My boy AOH, man, the dynamic duo, the other half of the dynamic duo, man, the czar of the video footage. He always has the facts for you. I'm telling you guys right now, man, when you talk about guys like Angry Old Hoops, and you talk about my man Uncut Hoops, right? And you talk about the video footage that they put out there. These guys, they're putting it out there. I tell you, they have the video footage to support and basically back up everything that I'm telling you in my videos. Right? I have the audio, they have the video, the visual for you guys. I'm telling you guys right now. And in the case of AOH and the video that I was watching this morning that he posted, you know, from that clip from the Memphis Grizzlies-Lakers game, and you have LeBron James just blatantly running over Scottie Pippen Jr., and barreling into him, and then you have the disgusting comments from the announcers. I mean, these announcers are disgusting. I tell you, I've done videos on this. The announcers today are not like the guys that I grew up watching, guys. You don't have the Hubie Browns anymore like that. You don't have the Bob Costases and the Marv Alberts and the Mike Fratellos, you know, the Doug Collins. You don't have these guys anymore, man. These guys announcing these games, Reggie Miller, and remember when J.J. Redick was doing it? And who wants to listen to Malika Andrews? Right? And I mean, some of these guys are talking, and the two guys that were announcing the game, their comments were ridiculous. LeBron James runs Scottie Pippen Jr. over. I mean, just blatantly runs him over, right? And then you have the broadcasters talking about, oh, yeah, you can't do that. It's a freedom of movement. You know, you can't just stand in the way. You can't. What? You can't just stand in the way? Then how are you supposed to play defense? I don't understand it. See what I'm saying? Like, the broadcasters are not educating the fans anymore. They're not giving you guys the facts. They're just giving you emotional statements, weird statements that don't add up. Freedom of movement. Scottie Pippen Jr. was literally standing there, playing defense, and LeBron James decides to run down the court and just barrel into him. And LeBron James is a dirty player. This is what I noticed and I realized watching this video this morning, because AOH showed a couple of other clips of LeBron James in the past, you know, illegal screens, for example. LeBron James is a big-time culprit for setting illegal screens. And I don't really talk about that much on this channel. I've never really thought about that, or I've kind of forgotten about that aspect of LeBron James' game and the dirty plays that he does, his antics out there on the court. You know, when we use the word antics, you know, oftentimes we're talking about load managing, flopping around, you know, LeBron James crying to the referees. Those are the antics that we're often talking about. But when I watched this video, and you guys can go back and look at this AOH video, the latest one he just posted, the antics that I've seen in the video are different than what I talk about a lot on this channel. So I don't mention the screens that LeBron James sets, the illegal screens that LeBron James is allowed to get away with consistently. Excuse me, guys. I often talk to you guys about the lack of carries being called on LeBron James, the lack of travels, the lack of offensive fouls on LeBron James as it relates to him driving the lane and using his off arm. However, watching this video of AOH opened my eyes once again to the reality and, the realization that LeBron James is a dirty player and that he often sets illegal screens, often. And what he does, like AOH pointed out in the video, is he'll often hunt and look for a smaller player. So LeBron James will look around the court like he does on defense, right? He'll look for the most unengaged player on the court, and that's who LeBron James will guard. Whoever's not doing anything, whoever's standing in the corner doing nothing, that's who LeBron James will take. That's what he does. But when he sets these screens, he often does the same thing because he's a bully and he's a dirtbag. And LeBron James is a fake tough guy. So he'll look for the smallest player out there and he'll lower his shoulder and he'll throw his arm off for a screen. You see it all the time. And, I never really noticed or really thought about it like that. But AOH highlights it perfectly in this video. And the conclusion I got was that LeBron James is a dirty player, man. He's a dirty player who doesn't get called for dirty things out there on the court, who doesn't get called out for his antics. We know he wouldn't get called out for flopping or load managing, for not playing any defense, for offensive fouling all up and down the court, traveling and palming, right? They won't call him out for that stuff, right? But damn, you're not going to call LeBron James out for slamming into people illegally, for just knocking guys down, for lowering his shoulder, for delivering blows with his elbows? He's flailing his arms around? Because if the flip side happened, when LeBron James gets touched, right, or he gets grazed, this man goes flying into the stands. He'll knock over drinks. He knocks over popcorn. He knocks over the fans sitting down courtside. He does all the time. So LeBron James, God forbid he gets grazed, he goes flying around, flailing around, crying for referee, crying for fouls in the middle of a play. But LeBron James himself will slam his arms out, throw his elbow into people, lower his shoulder for a screen. For a screen. This man's doing moving screens all over and down the court, all up and down the court. And they never call this. So when I tell you guys LeBron James never gets called for fouls, this is what we're alluding to. It's not just on the offensive end, but when this man is setting screens, this dude is constantly moving in these screens. And like I said, he's a dirtbag, dirty player because he'll lower his shoulder, he'll use his elbow, and he often looks for smaller people to set screens on because this is what LeBron James does. That's a bully mindset. Those are bully tactics. Right? LeBron James talks about his athleticism, how much shape he keeps himself in, all of his off-season training. He loves to promote a lot of this stuff. He loves to flex his muscles all the time. Dude, you're corny. You're soft. You're not strong. You're not tough. This is why you load manage. This is why you flop around. This is why you're always crying and moaning for a call. You ain't got the heart and grit like that. This is why you set illegal screens on smaller players. You guys remember, what was that, a couple of years ago? I want to say it was 2 seasons ago. Maybe not last year, the year before, I think it was. When LeBron James swung his hand down and smacked, I think his name was Isaiah Stewart, hit him right in the face with a blatant, dirty elbow. He just threw his whole arm out there right into the dude's face, bloodied his whole face up. Remember, this guy was chasing LeBron James on the court. And why was he doing that? Because LeBron James likes to play the victim, but LeBron James is a dirty player. And Isaiah Stewart knew that was a dirty move by LeBron James for him to flail his arm out like that and hit him across the face like that. And he chased LeBron James around the court, and there goes LeBron James acting like Popke from Necessary Roughness, talking about blow the whistle, running around the referees in a circle. You guys remember that movie, Necessary Roughness? You guys remember Popke, the backup quarterback behind Paul Blake, arm of the Armadillos? You remember in practice? Remember, you know Popke, right? Hey, Popke, send it in. He had the glasses on. He's out there, and they hike the ball, and he starts running around the referee in a circle, telling the referee to blow the whistle because he didn't want to get sacked by the defensive guys. That was LeBron James. That was the vision that I got in my eyes when I saw LeBron James doing that. I immediately thought of that scene from the movie Necessary Roughness. If you guys have seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That was LeBron James running away from Isaiah Stewart in that moment. But he was a dirty play. You guys remember, what was his name? Nazir Muhammad, I think his name was, Nazir Muhammad for the San Antonio Spurs. You remember LeBron James, right? A dirty player, Nazir Muhammad. Nazir Muhammad, you never hear this guy make a sound. He decided to go back at LeBron James and shove LeBron James, and then LeBron James goes down. He flops down, right? Flop down. How many times have we seen LeBron James crumble from flops, from phantom fouls? You guys remember that screen that Tyson Chandler set on LeBron James when Tyson Chandler was on the Chicago Bulls and LeBron James was on the Miami Heat in his prime peak physical condition. You guys remember that back pick that Tyson Chandler sent LeBron James? And LeBron James does a whole flailing and flopping around and crumbles down to the ground like a straight clown. This is LeBron James. This is the same guy who, once again, will throw elbows out there, will flail his hands out, smack guys all over the place, hit guys. He does all kinds of cheap things, guys. All kinds of dirty plays out there. LeBron James is a dirtbag, and AOH exposes that in those videos. In that video, there was a play there with Carlos Boozer where AOH is highlighting how LeBron James will try to run through screens. So Carlos Boozer sets a real illegal screen, standing still, right? Hands in front of himself, setting a legal screen. And what does LeBron James do? He sees the screen coming out of the corner of his eye. And what does he do? You see him lower his shoulder into Carlos Boozer's chest and then use his arm, his elbow, up into Carlos Boozer's throat to push him back. And they called a foul on LeBron James for that back in that play. This is when LeBron James was on the Miami Heat. So what AOH is highlighting there is that this is not just a recent thing. LeBron James on the Lakers being lazy in his old age and, creating these illegal screens and using these illegal screens. He's been doing this for years and years and years throughout his career. It's the same thing that we see with the load managing. He's been doing for years and years and years. The lack of effort consistent with the defensive end has been for years and years and years. The lack of leadership for years and years and years. Being a sore loser for years and years and years. Blaming teammates for years and years and years. Not being coachable for years and years and years. There's a pattern here, guys. This did not just start happening. This has been going on for years. LeBron James has been a dirty player for years. I mean, and a bully. It all goes hand in hand. It's a dirty player / bully mentality from LeBron James. So he's allowed to, like I said, set illegal screens all the time. No fouls are called against LeBron James. And like I said, he often looks for the smaller players out there on the court to put these illegal screens on, lower his shoulder into these guys. And then on the flip side, when people set legal screens, LeBron James is allowed to just barrel right through them. He does all the time. That's a dirtbag play. How many times have we seen LeBron James slam dunk the basketball on some little 6'2" guy and LeBron James starts flexing on him? We just saw LeBron James a couple of weeks back doing the too small gesture. He was doing the too small taunt. Are you kidding me right now, LeBron James? Are you kidding me? Dude, you're weak. You're corny as hell. You're not tough. There's a bully mentality to pick on smaller people. This is LeBron James, man. Always looking for the weaker defenders. Always looking for a smaller guy to set a screen on. This is LeBron James. But at the same time, LeBron James always needs a screen to get these guys off of him. And AOH exposes LeBron James again in his dirtbag plays, his dirtbag ways, and how he really is, like I said, not being called for things out there on the court that he should be called for. And he's allowed to do things on the court that no one else is allowed to do. So I've told you, LeBron James is allowed to use his physicality in an era where there's not supposed to be any physicality. And then you have the announcers talking about freedom of movement. I'm so tired of hearing these guys broadcast these games. That's why a lot of people, they don't watch the Laker games. You cannot watch any Laker game because the broadcasting for these games is horrendous. It's actually disgusting. It's cringeworthy when you hear these guys speak about LeBron James and how they never hold him to a standard, never hold him accountable. They never call out anything that he's doing. So he'll stand around on defense all play long, all game long. He'll have one chase down block and they celebrate that. Oh, LeBron James still got it with the chase down block. Dude, he's been literally standing on the court the entire game. And now he wants to run and hustle down and chase down blocks some 6'2" guy. Once again, LeBron James being a bully, showing and highlighting that he's not a tough guy, that he's fake. He loves to do the chase down blocks on the little guys, man. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan was blocking the big men from behind. He was blocking the Patrick Ewings, right? He was blocking these guys from behind, the big men. Not just going after little guys. This is what LeBron James does. As a bully, he likes to pick on the littler players. So when he sets those screens, he aims and hunts for the smaller players. And he runs over Scottie Pippen Jr. the other night, and they call the foul against Scottie Pippen Jr. and then award LeBron James with some free throws, which he, of course, misses because LeBron James is not a good free throw shooter. But the one thing that we know is that LeBron James, or the one thing that was highlighted in that video that it made me realize, is that LeBron James is a dirty player that doesn't get called for the dirty plays that he does regularly. If LeBron James got called for some of these illegal screens, these dirtbag screens, that he's really trying to hurt people, really lowering his shoulder into guys, using his elbow on people, if they really called him for these things, how many turnovers will LeBron James have? How many fouls will LeBron James have? It's insane. They don't call for turnovers, carries, travels, illegal screens, none of this stuff. So you can't highlight LeBron James in his dirtbag plays. And this, like I said, he's been doing this for years, guys. AOH highlighted many different instances I see in the video of LeBron James doing this stuff. Like I said, I can think of times in my mind that LeBron James did something like that. Or LeBron James dunked on someone small and flexed and stood over them. Or LeBron James ran and chased down block of a smaller guy and then stood and stared at them like that. Like, dude, you're weak. You're not tough like that. It's the same guy, once again, that's out there flopping around. I mean, think about the guys that LeBron James has gone back and forth with. He's gone back and forth with guys like Lance Stevenson, Dylan Brooks, Draymond Green. These are the villains of LeBron James' career. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan was going against Dennis Rodman. Literally going against Dennis Rodman, going against guys like Joe Dumars, going against guys like Gerald Wilkins, right? Going against guys like John Starks, going against guys like Ron Harper. You're talking about real legit defenders, guys who gave effort, that had heart and grit. Lance Stevenson's a goof. He's a goof. Dylan Brooks, he's a goof. Draymond Green's a fake tough guy. Michael Jordan went against real legit NBA professionals, real tough guys, real men. And he didn't have a size advantage on those guys. LeBron James always got a size advantage on these clowns, but he's always flopping around. How? It don't make no sense. See what I'm saying, man? Dude's a joke. He tries to be a bully all the time with the littler guys. Setting illegal screens. So you guys know the deal, man. Shout out to AOH again for exposing LeBron James again and the dirtbag plays or the dirtbag ways of LeBron James. He's a dirty player, guys. He's a bully and he's a dirty player. He does a lot of illegal screens. He does a lot of stuff down low, guys, for rebounds that AOH has highlighted. I'm telling you, watch it closely. You'll see LeBron James flailing his elbows around, pushing guys in the back, and they never call this stuff, right? Using that off arm, wrapping guys around. You guys have seen it. These are the facts, man. This is why we must continue to set the record straight. LeBron James is a dirty player who utilizes dirty tactics out there on the court, but doesn't get called for that stuff. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.